When was the last time you intentionally scheduled lots of fun into your life? Perhaps a bit of a loaded question, but I think it's time for us all to start planning in daily joy rather than getting lost in passive tasks that are most likely draining our batteries. I have spent a lot of my energy trying to squeeze as much time as I could out of my days to feel productive and like I'm getting ahead. The real question is, though, ahead of what exactly? I think many of us get trapped in this toxic productivity cycle or narrative that is pushed to make us feel like we are on track, we're getting it done, we have it together, that we've forgotten why we wanted to feel like we had more time in the first place. And don't get me wrong, being organized helps in many areas, but when you get to a stage where your to do lists keep growing, who is actually there enjoying your life? Ouch, I know, I felt that one as well. But this summer will be different. We're going to strip our schedules back and ask ourselves, what can we do to have more fun? And let's not complicate this because we both know you and I were easily amused and could make anything fun when we were children. And it's not that we've just simply grown up, we simply stopped tapping into our inner child. And that inner child would pretty much do everything we find cringe now. So the question is, when did we start caring and prioritizing things that, in the grand scheme of things, don't really matter? When did we start to set expectations, the pressure, and feeling like the world is on our shoulders and our responsibility to solve? If you were to strip all the things you think you're responsible for, what would that inner child do with their time? I started my summer, or the questionable summertime that we have in the UK, in York. And honestly, I went with zero expectations. I'm sure you might be in the same boat as me, where your schedules don't align with your friends, or you all live in different places now, and in my case, I fit both of these categories. I don't think there is truly a way to prepare yourself for how adulthood friendships evolve over time, especially when, as they say, life gets in the way. But how is it that we have a lot more autonomy over our time, yet we feel like there is not enough time for everything? I think this is where we truly need to ask ourselves what matters to us. Do we want to spend our time on things we class as important because someone on the internet has said how to hack and optimize and gain more time, only to fill it with things that truly don't really fill our cups up? Let me ask you this. What do you do for fun? What is the first thing that springs to your mind? I was recently asked this by my therapist. What do you do for fun? What are your hobbies? And honestly, my mind went blank because I genuinely couldn't tell you what I did for fun. Never mind what my hobbies were. This is because at some point in my 20s, I started to treat a lot of passive things as urgent and important, creating an environment where joy and fun were nice to haves. And worse yet, I spent time on socials consuming other people's life, thinking how fun it is whatever they're doing. I think we can all agree on one thing. Our phones are stealing so much more of our attention and our daily mental capacity than we realise. Never mind the energy we're giving to consume something we will soon forget and something that doesn't actually add value to our lives. So, how do we find joy? And most importantly, how do we add value and purpose that we're all craving? I think this is a perfect opportunity for us to take a step back and think, how can I make my life more enjoyable? And most importantly, how can I have more fun? Because I guarantee you one thing, your most fun memories will be from those moments that were fun. And you know why? Because you were present in that moment. You weren't chasing the next thing or trying to squeeze more time out of a day that was already too full to begin with. Start placing plans with your friends, not just to catch up, but to make some memories. I think we can all get caught up in this endless catch-up cycles that don't really build depth into our relationships. If you don't know what you find fun, and if you find yourself in the same position as me where you genuinely don't know what you do for fun in general, this is the perfect time to fill your life with hobbies where you can mindfully immerse yourself in something that will nourish your brain. And the best part is that it's low stakes. It doesn't matter if you're good or bad at it. And by the way, this is literally how you build more skills. So really, you can't lose. Go in with zero expectations and you'll be amazed at what your brain is capable of. The reason why I feel so strongly about this is I reached a very scary place earlier this year, burnout. Now, this word gets thrown around left, right, and centre on the internet, so let me just paint you a little picture. I got to a stage where I felt dizzy on my daily mental health walks, and I also got headaches to a stage where my head would be spinning, all because I completely fried my nervous system by doing pretty much too much every day and not giving myself the time to recover and actually have fun and joy. Our brains are absolutely incredible, but they also have a limit as to how much they can sustain, especially when it comes to stress. Now, I know it's impossible not to have any stress in this day and age. I mean, even going on your phone causes overstimulation for your brain. But what we don't realise is we have control over what we let in and out, what we consume and what we do. I don't think we realise how the content we consume skews our expectations of life, because we literally sit and watch others live it, and those expectations then create a bit of friction, as we can sometimes ask ourselves, why do we even bother? Now, next time you actually feel some friction like this about scheduling some fun, remember that friction in life is normal and should be embraced. But filling our time with passive things won't create a life that feels as good as it looks. So this summer, I challenge you to focus on your experiences and your experiences alone, without any expectations set by other people online and even the expectations that you set for yourself. Focus on what genuinely fills up your cup and what you're feeling in that moment. Open yourself to new experiences and ideas and enjoy that first experience you have. Honestly, our life is just one whole experience that we will only ever get to do once. With that said, give yourself grace as well, and remember that everything that is happening is your first experience. So you don't have to have it all together and know exactly how to do something. And embrace that little bit of magic and the not knowing what happens next, instead of just trying to curate and control a whole narrative that may not have even been your idea from the beginning. Life gets better when you stop trying to optimize every second of it. And that's it for this week's vlog. Before we finish up, I actually wanted to show you something that I got in York. So when we went to the Yorkshire Soap Company, or the shop, honestly, I could have bought everything. There's so many really cool things. It almost looks like cakes and stuff like that. But one thing I do like is a bath. So I got some bath truffles, and these are little cupcakes almost. They're honestly so cute. I don't know what smells they are now, given it's been a wee while. I've used one of them, and they're quite oily, so when you go into the bath, just need to rinse off properly, because otherwise you can slip and hurt yourself. But honestly, these are unreal, so fun. I definitely recommend going to the Yorkshire Soap Shop and the Imaginarium. So they're actually, I think, sister shops, but both are really fun. And yeah, honestly, go. It's such a good experience. And yeah, I must say, I didn't have burnout recovery on my 2026 bingo card. Burnout was never obviously on anybody's plan or path, but I am recovering, and it is not linear. I'm still in it. It's been a few months, and I don't think I realised how much I pushed myself. But the most important thing is I am now focusing on having lots of fun, recovery and joy. Hence why I feel so strongly about this, and why this message really resonated with me, especially in this video. And one thing that's actually really helped me with my recovery is going to CBT type of therapy. It's been, quite eye-opening, and I would say life-changing, which I know sounds very cliche, but yeah, it's something I'm really glad I did, and I'm really proud that I've given myself the time to do it. I also appreciate, therapy is not available to everybody. And in terms of what you can expect for the next wee while, it's going to be a lot of wedding content, because, well, I'm getting married in less than 10 weeks now, which is honestly crazy. I can't believe how fast it's coming in. But I want to be present with my friends and family and actually capture this time and have it to look back on. I'm honestly so excited, and I have lots of ideas. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you later. Bye!